Hello, my wonderful viewers, and welcome to another episode of Betty Adams Overanalyzes. Today we're going to take a look at the current main villain of Kaiju number 8, Kaiju number 9. Now, I don't think there are going to be many spoilers in this video. It's more of a long-term theory video, but I will be discussing all the chapters up to 52, so you have been warned. So, Kaiju number 9. He is the first real villain that we meet in the series Kaiju number 8. And when we first see him, we see what we will find out later is essentially a disposable body. A spare unit, a gamma or even an epsilon, that Kaiju number 9 sent out to perform a specific task, to rouse the Kaiju on the training grounds and to revive them so that they would attack the training unit. Now, this bit here shows you that Kaiju number 9 is very cunning, he's very clever, and he's got inside information on the Defense Force. As we will find out, as we found out before this and as we found out afterwards, this particular class was full of the best and brightest that Japan has to offer. So killing the members of this class will cripple the Defense Force for years to come. This was probably several different years of cadets. They've been training and trying, and they're trying to apply to the most popular unit on the Defense Force. And so just attacking this one class would deliver a devastating blow to the Defense Force, both practically by denying them new applicants, and morally. Because morale-wise, when you lose the young and the innocent, it really hits you harder than if you lose a hardened old soldier. That's just how humans are wired. So that alone would have made this a severe blow that implies inside knowledge on Kaiju number 9's part. But then you also have the fact that this was Kikoru Shinamiya's class. This was the one where she was applying, the daughter of the Defense Force, the daughter of Hikaru Shinamiya, the daughter of the General Director, and she was applying under the auspices of the under the watchful care of the most popular Defense Force captain. So, had Kaiju number 9's plan succeeded, had Kaiju not been there to punch his plans into dust, what would have happened? Everyone there would have died, or at the very least, Kikoru Shinamiya would have died. In fact, Kikoru Shinamiya probably would have been the only one who died. And she would have died, and even if she'd been taken down earlier, a lot more people would have died. But even if it was only Kikoru who died, that would have been a severe blow to the Defense Force morale. That would have probably crippled the General Director Shinamiya, and that would have put a severe black mark on the records of both Mina and Hoshina. So it would have been the tactical value of this blow really cannot be underestimated. And the fact that number 9 knew to take the blow then and there cannot be a coincidence, which, is the first hint that number 9 has inside information on the Defense Force. Now, as we see him in this scene, it's just this scrawny gamma body. But the more we see of him, the more advanced bodies we see, the more a weird pattern starts to emerge in how Matsumoto presents Kaiju number 9 visibly. So, everybody pretty much has an idea in their head of what an angel is. And you've probably seen the memes going around the internet. That's not a real angel. A real angel is yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. And it goes on, and they said, well, that kind of angel only appears once. Sometimes the angel only appears like this. Sometimes the angel only appears like that. But the basic types of angel are the angels with wings, the angels with wings, like basically a human warrior with wings, an angel made of wheels covered in eyes, and an angel made of wings. And interestingly enough, a lot of this religious iconography is similar across religions. So if you see something that resembles it can be hard to tell which religion it came from. For instance, the main thing that got me thinking in this direction was that one image that I've talked about before, When Kaiju number 9 first busts out of the ground at the beginning of, it's still the beginning of this arc, when Kafka and Kikoru and Captain Narumi are fighting the ants, Kaiju number 9 came out, and there was this one panel of him standing there like a saint in a stained glass window. Was my first impression as a Westerner. A friend of mine pointed out that it could also be seen as the Hindi goddess of destruction, Ashura. This creature with the circle behind it, various gods of chaos have that, but we keep seeing this motif again and again. Kaiju number 8 in a one and a half, or even a 2-page spread, presented as a supernatural being, either angelic or demonic. First, let's talk about the circle motif. You may have seen those images going around online of interlocking circles covered in eyes. Interestingly enough, we get 2 examples of this, both of them when Kaiju number 9 is fighting the Director General. One is where their fists clash. You get to see 2 intersecting shockwaves. This by itself, the 2 intersecting shockwaves creating like an atomic orbital type image, I wouldn't even peg it as belonging to this group of angelic imagery except for all the others. So let's look at another one. When Kaiju number 9 throws itself into a spin cycle to save itself from the force of the General Director explodes, this again, it forms a sphere, an interlocking sphere of spheres covered in those weird spikes and seemingly covered in eyes. Again, this is angelic imagery, but I would not have recognized it as such without that first one, that saint image of Kaiju number 9 rising out of the antibody with the ring around its back. Now, we know that the ring is supporting his arms that he's using to shoot things with, the extra arms, but as it was presented visually, it was very much a semi-religious, semi-deified imagery for Kaiju number 9. Then we have the 2 winged images. The first one is this grotesque combination of the angelic and the demonic when Kaiju number 9 reaches out and calls Kaiju number 2 to rejoin him. And Kaiju number 9 is standing there, upright, straight, his hand reaching out in a gesture of beneficence to the broken Director General Shinamaya's body. But behind Kaiju number 9 are these meaty, fleshy wings that are poised like angels' wings coming from his back and extending out like angels' wings in protection. But instead of angel wings, they're leathery, meaty, rotting, fleshy wings with teeth on the edges. Now, in the context of the story, this is how Kaiju number 9 is going to consume with and fuse with General Shinamaya. But this image taken by itself has a very spiritual, iconographic imagery to it. Then again, in the next chapter, we have the imagery where Kaiju number 9 is going to fly away. And again, he's just sprouting wings to fly away as a self-preservation instinct. It's not something huge, but taken in context with all the other images and looking at how the image is poised, his legs hanging lightly, the wings sprouting from his back, Kaiju number 9 is being presented in an angelic manner here. And you have a couple other times where he's presented in distinctly demonic manners. And in, of course, the Western traditions, demons are just fallen angels. So that does make sense in a way. But if you actually look at the stories, the demons, especially the higher power demons, have the ability to clothe themselves in light and present themselves as angels. And I don't know if this is intensely tied to the plot of the story, but this visual representation is definitely there. Kaiju number 9 as the avenging angel of death. Kaiju number 9 as a demon that is cloaking itself as an angel, hiding itself as an angel to interact with humans. But because Kaiju number 9 is not making any secret of his plans, of how he plans to turn Earth over to the Kaiju, basically return the power to the Kaiju, kill humans, yada, yada, yada. Perhaps one theory I had was that Kaiju number 9 sees himself in that positive angelic role to other Kaiju, perhaps a messiah to the Kaiju. But like I said, I first noticed this at the beginning of the story arc, way back in chapter 40 early 40-something, and it's continued on and it's grown more intense. And I was just wondering, is this something that just Imagery that is creeping its way into Matsumoto's art because it looks awesome? Is this story central, or is Kaiju number 9 going to be a divine messenger of some sort? Does Kaiju number 9 see himself as some sort of messiah to the kaiju? I am really looking forward to finding out if all of this angelic iconography and angelic imagery has anything to do with the plot, or if it's just there because it looks awesome. So what do you think, my wonderful viewers? Is this just something that looks awesome that Matsumoto put in, or are we going to find out something a lot deeper about Kaiju number 9? Leave your comments below the video telling me what you think. Hit that like and subscribe button. Go check out my books on Amazon.com, and peace out, my wonderful viewers. Humans are weird. We took a vote, and humans are weird. I have the data. 2 books in a series of human absurdity. Go check out these short story collections. What will our little green friends think of us when we finally do make it to space? Find out the answer in 2 books of human absurdity. Humans are weird, we took a vote, and humans are weird, I have the data. Available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kobo, and Google Play.